What is up, Pyromaniacs? Pyrostasis here, and we're doing another weekly Patreon update. I think I finally said it right this week. We're also back on the old webcam. I like this webcam a little bit better. It seems to just look way better. I don't look so fuzzy, so we're going to stick with this one for now. Couple points. First off, last week we did hit our $500 goal. We are currently at $530 with 23 patrons. So the new patrons, we've got Robert and Steven. Big shout out to both of you guys. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you guys throwing a little bit of money my way, and hopefully you guys are going to like the rewards that you guys are going to get. So we hit the first milestone, and for those of you guys who are unaware, the first milestone originally was going to be 2 20-hour live streams a month. Once we hit the goal, a couple Patreon members had mentioned that they didn't really like the idea of a 20-hour live stream because people got lives, people got shit to do, and dedicating all but 4 hours of your day to watching my ass on Twitch is kind of a big deal. I mean, that's a lot of time. And so after talking and doing a couple polls, it seemed like the majority, or let me rephrase, the quorum wanted a setup with a little bit less per sitting, but more frequently throughout the month. So we are going to be doing a 10-hour live stream once a week. So that's the current setup. We may end up changing that around a little bit too, to maybe 2 times a week or something along those lines, depending on what the patrons want. You guys are paying for it, so you guys get what you like. But for right now, we're going to be doing 10-hour live streams from noon Central to 10 p.m. Central once a week, every week. So you actually end up with 10 to 20 hours. I think there's only 5 weeks in a month max. I don't think there's ever 6 weeks, but there might be. Either way, you end up with about 10 hours of extra content a month this way, and you get it to where maybe not most people can sit for 10 hours, but a lot more people will be able to see a larger portion of the stream than we'll be able to normally. And 20 hours is kind of painful. So this setup seems to work for everybody, and we will be alternating it Friday and Saturday. So last week we did it on Friday. This week we will do it on Saturday. The week after we will do it on Friday. That way people who work on Friday but are off Saturdays can see it twice a month, and those people who work Saturdays but are off Fridays can see it twice a month. And if you work both Friday and both Saturday, you're just kind of boned, and you probably should rethink your career, because that just sounds like a shitty deal. Sorry. No matter what time I stream, somebody's going to be fucked up. That is why I chose noon to 10, because that gives 5 hours of prime time United States, 5 hours of prime time in Europe. And that pretty much hits, I think the only people that really get fucked over are the Australians. And I'm really sorry. I don't even realize I don't even know what time zone you guys are in. It's crazy, because you guys are like 14 hours ahead, I think. And it is impossible, unfortunately. The way the world works, there is no way to find like a 10-hour block or a 5-hour block that hits everybody. So I figured this is the best way I can go about doing it to where the most people can get hit. So last week we did a Mad Pack stream. Mad Pack 2, hardcore, the whole way through pretty much. We took about a 45-minute break for Civilization Earth and Beyond while I ate dinner, because I gotta eat, can't just, I'm not a camel. I don't have any humps on my back where I store water and food. So way we'll probably go from here is I will ask the patron members on Monday, and they get to kind of give me some feedback. Then we will do a poll midway through the week for patron members, and the patrons can then say, we would like this, we would like that, and then vote on what they want, and then we'll go from there. So then I'll kind of announce it on like Wednesday or Thursday what the patron members picked, and then that will be the stream. Keep in mind, I do reserve a little bit of the stream for my own discretion. So like for whatever reason, if I get incredibly frustrated with something that we are doing, then I may switch games. If there's something I really want to take a look at, we may spend a little bit of the stream doing it, etc., etc. Case in point, this weekend, we will hopefully have our new prison server live. So I will be streaming at least a portion of this weekend on the prison server. most likely not the full 10 hours because that would be ridiculous, but we may do an hour or two. That way I can showcase the server for everybody, answer some questions, maybe run a few events, and you guys can kind of get a feel for the server and see what's something that you guys like. This weekend, the server is going to be in alpha, so we're hoping to launch the server on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll do testing, and we're basically trying to find all the bugs, things that just don't work, signs that are wrong, cells that don't work, bugs here, bugs there, chat issues, whatever. That's what we're trying to find this weekend. And then we will do a wipe and fix all the bugs the following week. And then the following weekend, we will launch probably on a Thursday or a Friday. So we will hopefully launch on the 30th of October. We will run through the 2nd of November. That's about 4 days. And then we will wipe the server. And then we will come back sometime between the 3rd and the 7th. And then we will be officially launched on the 8th. Come hell or high water, unless, like nuclear war breaks out or something. So if, you really don't want to get, an early look at the server, you don't want to play around, you don't want to have any input on stuff, then don't worry about connecting this weekend, because I know some people on a prison server really get pissy when there's a wipe. We just want you guys to know that right off the bat, there may be bugs. And because there are bugs, we do reserve the right to wipe, and there most likely will be a wipe. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. It's basically going to be a work in progress test this weekend. We've got pretty much everything working as much as we think, and we've tested it as much as we can test it. But no matter how much you test something, you put 30 players or 50 players or 100 players or how many people are going to be on, and you guys are going to find more bugs in like 5 minutes than the staff of like 5 or 6 of us that are working on the server can find. So we need your help. So if you guys wouldn't mind spending a little bit of time this weekend helping us with that, we would appreciate it. What I may do is we may do a stream on Thursday or Friday to cover the prison server. That way you guys don't necessarily have to eat into the Patreon live stream. So if you're a Patreon member, you'll want to check the Patreon website either tonight or tomorrow. Give me your feedback on what you would like to see. Once I get a decent number of votes, then we will switch it over to a poll. Poll will be up and you guys get to vote on the poll, and then we'll go from there. So keep in mind, you guys have pretty much anything in my arsenal of games or stuff. So we can do Minecraft, we can do Mad Pack 2 again, we can do Civilization, we can do Shadows of Mordor, we can do anything in my Steam library, whatever you guys would like to see. Whatever you guys would like to see. So that's pretty much it for the Patreon update. One other quick point. We do currently have a $1,200 Skyrim goal. So we are just a little under halfway there. We have $530 raised. If we get $70 more, we are halfway to Skyrim. If we hit the $1,200 goal, we will do a 60 video series on Skyrim. That is a 2-month series of daily videos, and we will cover whatever the Patreon members want. The one caveat to that is I will be doing this poll this week as well. I don't think we have any Skyrim people that are pledging. So this is more about the people on the Patreon website than it is about a specific channel. So the people supporting me will get what they want. So we will be doing a poll this week to see if people want to change the $1,200 goal and if they would like to see something else. If that happens, then we will change the goal and it won't be Skyrim, it'll be something else. That doesn't necessarily mean we won't have a Skyrim series. It just means it won't be part of the Patreon system if they vote otherwise. If you are a Skyrim lover and you would like to see Skyrim, then consider pledging. It only takes $250. You get in on the polls and you get the option to put a say. And the more people that do it, the quicker we get to the goals and the faster we get that series out. I would like to start on that series before Christmas, but that is entirely up to you guys. Entirely up to you guys. And then once we get a little bit closer to that goal, I'm going to start adding more goals. I need to kind of revamp the whole system and get it all kind of beefed up. So I'm going to do my best to get that sorted this week. It's been crazy trying to get caught back up with YouTube and kind of making the transition and getting used to things. So it's been busy. So let's talk about the Let's Play channel. Last week, you guys will remember, I kind of mentioned that the channel wasn't doing all that great and things were kind of not going as I had planned, and we had been spending pretty much the last month working on it fairly regularly. So let me look at the stats today and let's see if there's any changes really in the stats. Last week we had 2 shares for the month. Two shares. This week, we had 30. So that is a massive increase where we were last week. So likes are up 7% since August 31st. Comments are down 4% since August 31st. Shares are up 2,900% since August 31st. So I appreciate those of you guys that are actually sharing the videos. It means a lot. That is the quickest way to get the word out. I appreciate that. Likes are up almost 30%. Well, about 25%. Subscriptions are up 25%. Favorites are actually down 7%. And unfortunately, views are totally down almost 6% since August. So, it is what it is. Things are kind of, there is some progress being made. It's just kind of a little wonky. Some areas are going up, some areas are going down. So, we're going to kind of feel things out for a bit. We're going to kind of see what I think. So I think what we're going to be doing is a couple things. Number one, I'm going to keep doing Let's Plays for now. I enjoy Let's Plays. Let's Plays are something that I actually enjoy doing. It's one of those things that I'm going to play these games regardless. I might as well record them in my reactions for you guys, and that way I can share them with you. And it feels like I'm almost playing it with you guys because I get to give feedback, and I enjoy it. I don't know. There's just something about sharing a video game with somebody, as weird as that sounds. I enjoy it. So we're going to finish Evil Within. We're going to finish Shadows of Mordor. We're probably going to start an Civilization Earth and Beyond Let's Play, and then we're either going to continue Dark Souls 2 and finish that, or we'll do something else. Far Cry 4 comes out soon. Probably going to play that. Let me rephrase. We are going to play that. And then we're just going to see. You probably will see some tips and tricks on the channel. One caveat is I probably won't do daily videos on the channel because I will be focusing on Minecraft as my sole focus. That being said, you're going to get more of like a shotgun effect on the Let's Play channel. So what do I mean by that? Kind of like tonight, I'm going to be uploading 4 Evil Within episodes. Tomorrow I'll be uploading 3. And you guys are probably going to get an hour or 2 footage every other couple days. So the amount of footage that you guys are going to get is probably going to be the same. The dispersion is just going to be a little bit more hardcore. So you're going to get 3 or 4 or 5 videos in a day, and then you might not get any videos for a day or 2, and then you'll get 3 or 4 or 5 videos. So you're still going to get probably about 6 hours of content a week. It's just going to be in a little bit different flow because I'm just going to throw stuff at you guys when I get it and then go back to Minecraft. So we're going to see how things go. Next week, technically last week was my real 3-year anniversary. God, it's been 3 years. I cannot believe it's been 3 years already. I started YouTube technically October 27, 2011. My first Skyrim video was November 11th, 2011. I count November 11th as my YouTube anniversary because that's when I started doing daily content and really taking it seriously. That's when I started getting traction, and I started seeing some effect. I think I had 26 subscribers on the 11th of 2011, and then by Christmas I had almost 1,000. So I count November 11th, so we will celebrate it on November 11th. Now, November 11th is a Saturday. Wow, nice. So unfortunately, we will be live streaming. Let's see. No, that's October 11th. Whoops. November 11th is a Tuesday. So that's kind of a funky day. So we'll probably celebrate it on that live stream that weekend, either the 14th or the 15th. We're streaming on the 1st this week, so the 7th, so it'll be the 15th. We will celebrate it on the 15th. I'm not quite sure what we're going to do yet. Some folks have been throwing out, I might want to go and do a throwback, maybe do something on Skyrim. It's possible, especially if the Patreon members decide they don't want Skyrim as their goal. We may do something. I'm just not sure yet. I'm kind of trying to feel it out, trying to see what I want to do, and we'll kind of see. So that's a big deal. I mean, 3 years of my life on YouTube. I don't know, man. It's 3 years ago. I decided, I set out, this was something I wanted to do, something I wanted to make a living doing, something I wanted to do pretty much for the rest of my life. And I wasn't sure if it was going to work. I thought it was going to be kind of crazy. Who plays video games for a living? And here we are 3 years later. It's been kind of rocky. There's been some ups, there's been some downs. But we're doing it. We're doing it. You know, we are. I can say this is the first year that I've actually pulled it off. You know, this is my job. This is what I do, and it's nice. You know, and that's kind of how life is. You know, you try a bunch of things, stuff works, some stuff doesn't work, and then you get to a point in your life where, you know, you finally find something that pulls you, something that, you know, is worth living for, I guess, as weird as that sounds. And, you know, sometimes it's hard. You know, I almost gave up on YouTube a couple times because this job is one of those things that it fluctuates. It's very hard to depend on the financial aspect of this job, because, you know, one month you can make $3,000 and the next month you can make $50, and it is brutal. It is brutal, and it is just sometimes it's soul crushing, because you're busting your ass. You think you're doing great, and you're just not getting anywhere. And then sometimes you do something that you just do not think will work, and it's useless, and it's one of your best videos, and it's just like, God, I don't know anything. I do not know anything about what I'm doing. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be interesting to see. I look forward to doing many more years of this. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So I want to thank all of you guys for allowing me to do what I do. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here at all. I'd be doing something else. Probably be miserable. Probably fucking hate my life. I'd be alive, but I really wouldn't enjoy it as much as I enjoy my life now. And I appreciate you guys, you know, tolerating me kind of bouncing around. I'm a little bit of a crazy free spirit when it comes to certain things. I get a lot of really cool ideas that sound good in my head, and then I try and make them work. And then sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You know, TDK FPS, great channel, loved it. Just couldn't do it every day. Not with the other two channels. I thought I couldn't. You know, live streaming. I love live streaming. Would love to be able to do it every day. But the problem with it is, it just, with my personality, it is so hard for me to stay pumped up and ready to go 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. You know, with YouTube, I can work funky schedule. You know, I can wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning, record 4 hours worth of stuff, take the afternoon off, and then come back and work, you know, 10 o'clock till 4 a.m. and be happy. And I think for me, that level of chaos is something that for whatever reason I need in my life. And that just works for me. I mean, I'm a lot happier now that we've gotten rid of live streaming, except for the 10-hour stream. And I think that shows through my content. Hopefully you guys are seeing that. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what we're doing a lot more now. I know I am. And if I'm happier, the content's better, and I think you guys end up happier. So we'll see. For Minecraft, let's talk about that for a little bit. Not much is changing with that. We're going to be doing Mad Pack daily. I know I missed a couple days this weekend. It's because of the live stream and a few other things. I was exhausted on Saturday. I mean, like when I got back from that, a 10-hour live stream, it's like running a marathon. And I know that sounds retarded. It's like, dude, you just sat on your ass and played video games and you're tired. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's just the mental game. I mean, like when you're playing and you're commentating, you have to keep talking, you have to keep interacting, you're answering questions, and you have to be on your game. You know, you have to be in the mood, you have to be positive, and you have to be thinking and answering and talking. And it's kind of like taking an SAT for 10 hours. By the time you're done, it's just like, you know, your brain's just, bleh, it's just jello. And it's just like anything else. The more you practice it, the more you do it, the better in shape you get. But that was the first live stream I've done in a month. And it was just like, oh, wow, damn. And it was kind of funny. If you watch the live stream, I was badass for like the first 5 hours. And then I just like, and then I had dinner, took a break, played some Civilization, and then I was right back up again. And that's kind of how it is. You just got to schedule your breaks and your downtime to where you get that little second win, you get that refresher, and over time I'll get better at it. So this week we've got the prison server coming out. I just uploaded 4 new Mad Pack episodes. You already watched one of them by the time this video is out. Mod Sauce, I will be recording that tomorrow. I think the last video goes up today or goes up tomorrow, so I'll have to record 4 or 5 more of those. I'll be starting the new prison series once that comes out, and I'm hoping to get onto Techromancer and doing some footage with the collab sometime this week. We'll see what happens there. So it's going to be a good week. It's going to be a good week. I'm excited about it. Hopefully you guys are excited about the 10-hour live stream this weekend. Like I said, if you're a patron member, make sure you head over to the Patreon website. That way you can put your voice in on what you guys would like to see. If you're seeing this on the Patreon website, there may be a separate post. Either way, just let me know on either this thread or the other one, what you guys would like to see on this week's live stream, and we'll make it happen. we'll make it happen. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this week's Patreon update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please slap that like button. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip.